Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to discuss about a new topic known as the basics of files. So, before we are going to discuss about the hierarchy of file. We will know the definition of file. What do you mean a file? A file is nothing but a smallest unit where we can store some information or the data or some data is stored. So, whatever the information in Unix operating system is organized into files. Okay, so simply what the information which can be organized into files. So again, the all files which can be again organized into some directories. So these directories again organized into a one specific tree-like structure known as the file system. So file system is nothing but one specific hierarchy, which represents the directories. So most of the cases files in Unix operating systems are organized into multi-level hierarchy structure. That means multiple levels. So known as a directory tree. So at the very top of the file system, very top, at the beginning of the file system, a directory called as root, which is most probably represented by the forward slash symbol. So all other files are or descendants of a root. All other files apart from the forward slash. Yeah, I'll have to just see here. So here we are having one the tree structure of a directory, or we can also call it as a directory tree. See, this is the root. From then we are having a number of so-called files. So we're having bin, we're having dev, we're having etc, we're having home, library, mount, process, root, sbin, temp, user. Again, bin will be categorized into three types: cp, cachel, is, password. Again, etc can be having a password, where home can be categorized as a m thomas stall, like that, where user can be divided into bin. So this is the hierarchy of a directory or directory tree. So now we'll discuss about all these things in detail. So just now we have seen the diagram, the slash. The slash character alone that only denotes the root of the file system tree. Okay, my students. Now, next one is slash bin. Stands for binaries, and most of the cases it contains some fundamental utilities such as, like I said earlier, ls, listing the files, or cp or cp, like that. So once again, coming back to the previous slide, so see here, so bin is having of cp, ksh, okay, is, and pwd, present working directory, like that. Next one is boot. So basically boot is nothing but which contains all the files that are required for successful booting process. Okay, so most of the cases it is meant for booting process. Next, DEV. So the name itself indicates it stands for devices. Okay, so it will contain the files, whereas the representation of peripheral devices and pseudocode devices. So DEV is the combination of peripheral devices and then pseudocode devices. Next, ETC. So most of the cases ETC will be, it contains system wide configuration files and system databases. The combination of system configuration files and system databases is known as ETC file. And next one is home. In most of the cases it contains the home directories for the users. Next, LIB. It contains system libraries and some critical files such as kernel modules or device drivers. Once again, I'm repeating here, LIB is nothing but system libraries which includes some kernel modules or device drivers. Okay, understood, my dear students? Next, apart from these, we will also have some more files named as media. So it always indicates a default mount point for removable devices. So for example, you can take your USB sticks, universal serial bus sticks, media players, etc., etc. All these things put together, you can call it as a media file. The next one is MNT. So it stands for mount. It contains file system mount points. So the purpose of this one is, it is used for partitioning the hard disks, used for remote file systems, for example establishing the networks, as well as CD-ROM drives, DVD drives, all these things. Next one is PROC. So PROC full form is process file system or process virtual file system, which always shows the information about processes as files. Processes will act as files. Next one is root. It indicates the home directory. It indicates the home directory for the super user root. That is nothing but, here the super user nothing but the system administrator, the person who will have the entire authority on the entire control on the so-called system, known as system administrator. Next one is TMP. So the name itself indicates it is the place for temporary files, storing the temporary files. Next, USR. So USR originally denotes the directory which holds the user home related directories. The directory which holds the user home related directories. Next, USR/bin. So what it does? This directory stores all binary related programs distributed with the OS, which not residing in /bin, /sbin, or etc. This is about the next one. Yeah. With this one, we have finished the directories and file names. So what we have seen, we have first of all we start with the basics of files. We have defined what do you mean by file, what do you mean by directory tree, the structure of a directory tree or tree like structure, and then we have seen about directories and file names, the detailed representation of each and every file. That's it. So this is regarding the basics of files as well as directories and file names. Okay students, thank you.